So yesterday it was red hot and we all applied sun cream, but we'd like you guys at home to see if you can spot the area on Foldsy's body where he forgot. So just give us a little spin, Foldsy. I'm not sure the light's that, but oh, stop. Oh. Come back a bit. Stop there.
Yeah, it's not that.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is England, however, you should always apply sun cream. Technically, that's probably our fault for not putting on his back, innit?
Can't reach for back, can you?
I imagine quite a lot of viewers would like us to rub sun cream into each other. There's a lot of middle-aged men out there who seem to like that kind of thing.
You know what your problem is? You shaved your back hair. That would have saved it.
Yeah, you could have combed that over there.
Look at his front bum. Show the people what they saw.
Boss man.
It was
I'm showing that one on YouTube.
A retro rug on his chest. Look, what were they called? Pile rug. Got a little pile rug.
Call it a real man.
You are a real man, Foldsy.
It's like old pornos. They used to have, dairy.
VHS.
That's what you belong on. You should film your life as VHS. You look alright.
Man, that Foldsy look. Whoa, look at that, bro.
Tight as a nun's crotch, that.
Hey?
Tight as a nun's crotch.
How do you know that a nun's crotch is tight?
I've been there.
You ain't, mate. You ain't.
How do you know?
I've seen the calibre of women. No, I'm only joking. No offence to Foldsy's beautiful partner.
Or the side thing.
Hey?
Or the side thing.
Or the side team.
Yo, kebab man. Yo.
Boss man. Boss man.
Yeah.
Yo, boss man. Grab a kebab and curry sauce.
Call it me or?
Okay.
Right, boys. 10,000 subs. I've only had a little bit of this. I'm not a big fan of the old fizzy was there. I want to have like off bottle each. Then women drink off bottle each, don't they? Stop trying to fight each other. That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait. You have to interlink.
I don't think it's
I went to
possible.
Allman.
I don't know.
You got to put in that.
It's not really.
Are you meant to drink that?
I don't know. Just do it at one. Ready?
Right,
3, 2,
here's the
1.
10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, we
Cheers,
appreciate
guys.
it. Space neck's alright. That's alright.
You got neck deal.
Not saying.
I neck it on.
Foldsy, don't pretend you're scared of these. I like the fact we're still linking on.
Yeah.
Right, let's get a proper man.
Let's get a proper man's drink.
If you're watching Madry, we'd like sponsoring.
Yeah.
Madry,
I wish.
best beer.
It is the best beer.
You've not tried it yet, have you? The best
Is this
beer.
one you were on about the other day?
Yeah.
Better on draft. Just put that out there.
So like
That's quite nice, you know. Quite easy to drink, isn't it?
You have to wash the prosecco down.
Can't beat Madrid, man.
Can I just say,
Hot day.
nice hot day, cold beer. Beautiful back garden, guys. Beautiful settings.
It's like the fizz.
Nate Tun planter.
The fizz ratio is good on it. It's not got.
Yeah.
It's not like one of them dead fizzy beers.
Yeah, it's good. So anyway, yeah, we were saying we started this just over 6 months ago, probably about 7-8 months in now, maybe longer now, 8 months. But anyway, the goal was to get 10,000 subscribers in a year, and we've done that in less than a year. So I don't know what to say. Thank you to everyone who's bothered to watch.
Thank you to
all the
Milwaukee
subs.
for sponsoring us.
Thank you to Milwaukee and other
Thank
tool
you
companies.
to Madrid. Sponsoring.
For Madrid, what else? Haribo.
Connell Smack Dealer.
Yeah.
Connell Drug
Haribo.
Dealer. Thank you.
Do you get to go to Virginia if we ask for that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Golden Virginia as well.
Golden Virginia.
Golden Virginia, if you're watching,
There you go.
we need some of that.
A bit of that.
So,
My protein.
My protein.
my protein.
What else?
Hang on.
That'll do, bro.
There you go.
Haribo, do. Pack of Haribo for you.
So there you go. Anyway, cheers guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Nice one.
Look at this, best customer ever. Look at that. Oh, hold on a minute. That one's upside down. What's going on here then, Sarah? Oh, he's straight in, look. He's straight in there, his lad. Mr. Folds.
Take them off your hands, sir. Which one?
That's got my OCD going, that one upside down.
Flip it for you.
I want you to get rid of it.
I'll have that one.
What are you going to put on? You're going to put a bit of bran
I
on
think
it.
I'll put a bit of bran. It's what you do with bacon cob. Bit of bran. Drizzle it on like that.
It's like porn, this is.
But better.
Ooh, look at that.
Do a little,
Ooh.
little push down, get all the sauce spread, and then you go in.
Oh, look at him go. What are you rating that out of 10? Oh, let's have a look. Open her up. Let's have a look at the butter ratio. Oh, that's looking good, isn't it?
Because it's free. It's 10 out of 10.
Bob on. Oh, look at hair on him. Like a rake knob. Right, we've come on to the biggest debate known to man. And the debate is...
You have 1 ration of bacon on 2 cobs, or 1 cob and 3 rations of bacon.
1 cob, 3 rations of bacon.
You
So
get
there's one rasher of bacon,
on each of 1 cob.
1 slice.
but you get 3 cobs.
No, you get 2 cobs.
Right. Or you'd rather have 4 rashers on 1.
Well, 3, I said 3, which is less, but I'd still rather have 3 on 1. Who's bothered about a cob? You want more
Is the
bacon.
cob like properly buttered? Like, has it got loads of butter on it?
Not loads, but the right amount.
Has it got sauce on it?
Yeah.
Bran?
Right, obviously.
I think I'd rather have 2 cobs because I'm greedy. What are you saying,
Yeah, but
but
it's less bacon.
I'm the same, 2 cobs. 2 cobs all day.
Like we're
Stinker?
chimpanzees.
what are you saying? How many cobs? Would you rather have 2 cobs with 1 rasher? I
Or
already
1
know the
cob
answer.
with 3.
1 cob and 3.
Oh,
Would you?
told you. More bacon.
Let us know in the comments, what would you rather have?
You'd rather have more bacon, wouldn't you?
More bacon on 1
Oh,
cob,
More bread.
Yeah.
or less bacon but you get 2 cobs? Cobs are buttered, and you got brown sauce, or red if you prefer red. No, we're not messing about with eggs, just bacon. Alright, you get sausages, beans, tomatoes.
Hash browns.
That's alright, isn't it? A bit of hash brown. Customers in there, look, she's made us as cobs. And she's cracking on with 1 as well. Thank you for the cobs, because she's a subscriber. Oh, I can't even tell subscriber.
Hey.
Morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P. Just arrived on site, it's 7:30, just waiting for John A. Stevens to come and deliver our block delivery, so it should be a shortly. However, it don't really matter, we've got a sand screed, so we've got a bit of time before we need to worry about them arriving. Yeah, plenty to be getting on with this week. We've got to lay about 70 square metres of block, cut it all in, gravel up, finish up, artificial turf, all that jazz. So plenty for you guys to have a little look at and see what we're doing. Yeah, loads going on, so it's going to be a good video hopefully this week for you guys. So in a minute I'll park the van and we'll have a little look around, see what the guys got up to Friday. I wasn't in Friday. I think we just got some sand around the back ready and cleaned up all the front and so on, got things prepped for today. So we're going to have a look and show you guys what's going down. Yeah, hopefully it should be a nice peaceful week. We are fast approaching 10,000 subscribers, so I would like to thank everybody who is taking the time to watch this and subscribe and help us grow the channel in such a short space of time. Absolutely overwhelmed. I think we're on 9,960, so 40 subscribers to go. So hopefully by the end of this week, we should be at the 10,000, which is a landmark. I think you can consider yourself a YouTuber at 10,000. So yeah, big things happening. We're going to do the Hooters Chicken Challenge. Just to be clear, a couple of people have been talking about it in the comments. It's not hot wing. We're not. It's nothing to do with hot food. It's an all-you-can-eat thing. So we're going to set a time frame, and it's who can eat the most chicken wings in that time frame. Might be 30 minutes or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, but it should be a good video. Like I said, I know D&J is cool. They're down to have a little laugh with it, so they're going to come along hopefully. It just depends on work schedules. I'm going to speak to Chris the Struggler today, see if he can make it. Although bless him, he's already told me he doesn't really eat a lot. He's not a big eater. You can tell by looking at the man. He's not into his grub, but yeah, he'll hopefully come along for the laughs. It should be a giggle nevertheless. And like I say, combined with us all there's 100,000 subscribers, so it should get a bit of movement. And be good for everybody's channels and help promote. So and also promote Hooters Nottingham. I think it's one of the only ones in the UK, so that'd be pretty cool for you guys to watch. We'll just have a laugh with it. Only problem is I'm going to be aware when we hit 10,000, which will probably be this week, we're not going to be able to do it immediately. We've got, because of all our schedules and working it out, so it'll probably take us a couple of weeks, few weeks to get that recorded. I'm away in Malta, not next week. Oh yeah, middle of next week, end of next week I'm away. So I'll be away, so it's going to take us about 2-3 weeks to actually get that video done, edited and up. So it'll be about 3 weeks time, I think. And also we've got to do it in a daytime, because we don't want to go and film at busy times in the evenings or weekends, because it's just there's a lot of drinking going on. I think it'll just be problematic. So we're going to try and do it like on a Monday lunch or somewhere, ideally at a time that's ideally quite quiet for us to film and get on with it. Don't want interruptions and stuff, and also we don't want to disrupt the flow of trade for them either. So yeah, but it's going to be cool, so look forward to that, guys. Anyway, enough of me rabbiting on. We'll jump out the van, or I'll jump out the van in a sec, and I'll show you guys where we're at. You know what, I'm not a big fan of the old hat glasses combo. I feel a bit like Janet Jackson in the 90s. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, Friday, excuse me for my big fingers. As you can see, Friday, the lads, they bought the other ton of grano in. That's all knocked about ready. Excuse me, customer's dog's going a bit crazy. We've also brought all the sand in, piled ready. So that's ready to just knock about now with the rakes, whacker, rake around, and we can sort of get the screed bar straight in and start screeding. I'll tell you something, it's bloody warm already. So it's going to be a hot one today. So I've bought some Factor 30 for the boys to protect those little bold spots. So yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. And like you say, by the end of today, and definitely tomorrow, it's going to start looking like a job. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Like I say, it's nice to do a whole garden, like the entire area from scratch. So it's going to end up like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes we do a patio, but the garden could be a mess, or there's things that need doing when we've left. And you know, we do a driveway, but the planter's not planted. But this is going to be everything done down from, you know, we've got brand new planters with topsoil in. We've got the other planter over here, the new turf, all the sand and everything. Sorry, all the new paving. It's going to look pretty impressive. So get that sun a minute. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking forward to more. My holiday in Malta, which I'll be filming a little bit of to show you guys. So yeah, I've been to Malta before. Anyone who hasn't been, it's absolutely stunning. I've been. This is the second time I'm going. My wife's got family there, so we get treated like royalty out there. It's great. And then they take us all around the island to all the little spots that you don't know about, and it's fantastic. So I'll show you some of that stuff. Go revisit some of it. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good couple of weeks, and this job is going to be tip top. Okay, so as you can see, the boys have just raked the sand about. We're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna whacker the sand now, drop the bars in, get some screeding done. Probably tend this path for now just to be safe, and then we're gonna get this bit laid up and then see where we go from there. We might drop the turf in, we might finish the planter off, we're not sure yet. When I say finish the planter off as well, we had finished it, but the customer has asked very nicely if we'll raise it one more high and fill it with soil because she's got bad knees. So she wants it higher so she don't have to kneel down to sort it all. So, bit of a nuisance. However, thy shalt be done.
Got John Hayes here. There's the main man. He's unloading. We've got a Moffat, so I'll just take you around and show you the Moffat. Probably seen one before, but you're on YouTube now, mate. You're famous. We got a gay site. Yeah, it's gay pavers. There's the Moffat, look, so he's going to come on that, forklift them, take them all the way down there for us so I don't have to walk, because he's a gentleman, this man. A scholar and a hero. Got old matey there delivering something. Looking good, he's got his tunes in. Boys are taking the old sand away. And we are going to drop you into a little time lapse of him delivering.
Okay, so it's all screeded, ready to go. We just need to whip the bars out, hand float them all up, and get laying this section here, and then we'll see where we get today. It's already 10 o'clock, so once we've laid it up, we'll see how much time we've got. I don't know if we'll get all this area laid today, so we might come off it and get the turf in and finish the sleepers and so on today. Just get all the little bits done, and tomorrow it's just laying this area here. So all the blocks have arrived. We've just had a break. However, we've got to lug them down here and into here, so it's going to slow things down a little bit today. It takes a bit more time. It's quite a distance to travel. So yeah, that's next job. Okay, so we've got all this laid up, as you've probably seen on the time lapse. Lads are just going to finish this little corner here. We've decided to have a break from laying today because it's far too hot. It's in the late 20s now, so it's about 1 o'clock. We're going to drop these sleepers on to have a little break because let's say the lady wants another course of sleeper on top, but we haven't got the correct attachments now, so we're going to go fetch them and get that finished today, and then just prep up for tomorrow and get going again tomorrow. So as you can see, Chris is just finishing up the planter, the third lift, should we call it. That's all in and done. So the paving's all in, the boys just marking up now. They're going to cut that side in now because we've got enough time left to do that today. And tomorrow we're going to sand, screed and lay this area here, get that all laid up, finish cutting in, and hopefully get this job on the ropes and be about done. Okay, It is, I don't know what day it is, Tuesday morning. Another day, another dollar, ready to rock and roll. Happy with the progress. This paving's all in and cut in. So today, or now, we're gonna focus on this area, get this all laid up, cut in today, start backing up, concrete in. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit to get on with. We've kind of got the weather on our side and against us at the same time. It is nice having a bit of sun, but when it gets to, you know, late 20s, it can get a bit difficult, especially when you're carrying, loading blocks and so on. So ideally we want to get it laid up before lunch so the weather isn't too warm. But yeah, it should start looking like a job today. This side's starting to look good. Imagine the turf's in here now, full of soil, rock and roll. Okay, so as you've seen, we're all screeded up, just laying the pattern through. If you see, obviously we did this area yesterday, a certain bond, which means we've got to continue the bond through. So we're then following this bond all the way through, stays the same pattern, connects up, and then we'll run the blocks out this way now and out, and then this way and down the path, so it'll all be the same bond. Little tricks of the trade there. The other option you could do if you really wanted to is you could cut here, put a border in, and then break the bond, and we could have laid from the gate, but pattern don't look as good, don't tie in nicely, so there you go. So, as you've seen on the time lapse, we're just about laid up now. Gonna set this man all in this afternoon. Chris will video that and show you how it's done. We're gonna start cutting in, dropping all the borders in and round. Gravel traps around this building here. Chris is just screening this path now. It's the last little bit. The boys are taking out the cuts and putting the border blocks in place, ready to go in. So we're making good timing today. Man like foldsy look. Whoa, look at that, bro.
Tight as a nun's crotch, that.
Hey?
It's tight as a nun's crotch.
How do you know that a nun's crotch is tight?
I've been there.
You haven't, mate. You haven't.
How do you know?
'Cause I've seen the calibre of women. No, I'm only joking. No offence to Foldsy's beautiful partner.
Or the side thing.
Hey?
Or the side thing.
Or the side team.
Yo, kebab man. Yo,
Boss man. Boss man.
Yeah.
yo, boss man. Have a kebab and curry sauce.
Call it me or?
Okay.
Johnny's have just arrived now with our tons of topsoil. Good God, 8 tons of topsoil to hand barrow into the back here. So that'll be tomorrow's job, I think. But yeah, we'll go to a time lapse, get them unloaded. As you've just seen, that is all our topsoil being delivered for these planters. Is absolutely, well, 8 tons. So that's all got to be shoveled and wheelbarrowed in, but we'll probably do that tomorrow, probably Thursday. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, so that's one of the jobs on the list. We've got the artificial turf here, but we've not done it yet because we're waiting, obviously, till everything else is done. We don't want to get it dirty and trampled on or risk cutting it or whatever. So we'll do that last. And we're now just cutting in, getting all the borders cut in. This side's about kind of finished now, but you know, it's a bit all over the shop, so it's not been whacking. These little snags and things need to be sorted out. We're just loading out the borders now, ready to go. Planter's finished, everything's laid. Ryan's just done a fantastic job laying this path. That's in, ready to cut. It's an animal. It's disgusting. It's like a little old lady for that one. Pathetic. And then, so yeah, Chris is just going to set this manhole. Can lay around that, get it in. About there, fix this path. So made that sound really easy. Realistically, it's probably a couple of days' work by the time you've cut it all in and tinkered about and snagged it all. But yeah, it's starting to look like a job. So once these planters are all tidied out and soil's in and turf and everything else, it's going to look great. We're really happy with this one. Massive transformation.
The next day.
Good morning, everybody. It is Nick at B&P, as you well know. It is Wednesday morning, and do you know what? I kind of ummed and ahed about talking about this, as I don't like to give these, excuse my language, these fucking people airtime. But yeah, a bit of a bad day for Nottingham yesterday, as I guess quite a lot of you've probably heard. I think it was international news, but we had a terror incident, as the media was putting it out. But I think they sensationalised it a little bit. I'm not taking away from what happened, but it was basically a fucking arsehole, just a nutcase, who went on a rampage. I think he attacked a young couple and murdered a young couple about 4 in the morning, and then I think he's murdered a man getting in his work van, stole the van, and then ran over. So sort of drove around Nottingham and sort of ran it over some other people. I think one's critical, but the other 2 are okay. Yeah, so a bad time. To be honest with you, I didn't know anything about it yesterday. I left work at like 7 in the morning, and I kind of went the other direction. So we kind of started hearing things at work about 9 in the morning. Something was going. We knew that town centre had been shut down, but I thought it was something to do with a tram incident which had happened the day before. I think a tram line was hit by lightning or something. So I just assumed it was chaos to do with the traffic, to do with that kind of thing. But yeah, really shitty. And we, the police have like published pictures now of the 2 kids, and they're like 19-year-old uni students, both beautiful young kids, you know what I mean? You know, undoubtedly, but you know, a handsome young man and a beautiful young girl with their whole lives ahead of them. So that's a bit, especially having like a teenage son who's coming up to sort of, you know, leaving senior school age and going to uni and stuff. So quite frightening that these, you know, but you can't stop these people, you know, you can't stop somebody who just switches, you know. So yeah, it's bad. I think the guy was arrested pretty quick and he was away. But yeah, don't know how to frame it or phrase it, but yeah, just I suppose I'm speaking just, I suppose, for the families of them 2 kids, really. I think it's yeah, it's bad. And yeah, and so, you know, that, I mean, not that anything would, but us boys are thinking about it all, and I suppose the whole of Nottingham are, and all those uni students and stuff that have been affected. I think it was their bloody end of year summer ball this weekend, and that's been cancelled because of it all, understandably. So yeah, with them poor families and whatever. So yeah, bit of a shit time. But as we have to do in life, unfortunately, we have to get on with it. The world keeps on turning, keeps on spinning. So we'll get on as we do. But yeah, you know, just felt I had to say something because it is weighing on our minds. And we are from Nottingham, and I know that you guys will have seen what's going on and maybe have expected us to mention it all. So yeah, but like I say, we can't let these people win. You can't let these people affect your happiness, and you can't be worrying about going and walking down the street and so on. You just got to get on with it, and you know, give them a middle finger. Fuck them, you know, pricks. You know, I again, I could go into it a bit more, but I could say, I think for certain cases like this, justice isn't justice. Like to arrest the man and the old, you know, go through the court system, and then he gets put in prison and he'll get help, and he'll get fed and he'll get clothed for the rest of his life and looked after. I mean, I know prison ain't easy, I'm not saying it is, but does he deserve that? Probably not. Is there sometimes an argument for dragging people into the market square and hanging them? Probably. You know, if it was up to me, I'd have had him lynched, dragged through the town centre by the neck, and then, yeah, strung on a lamppost and stoned to death. It's probably the best outcome for some of these straight-laced cases. You know, they don't deserve a life in prison being at the taxpayer's expense. They're just a drain, should be just put to death immediately. But anyway, that's why I don't want to talk about it, because it makes you not angry and it affects you. You shouldn't let it affect you. So yeah, anyway, in a minute we'll jump out the van. The job's going well. Feels really insignificant after what we just talked about. But yeah, we'll hop out the van and we'll get on. We're getting there. I think most of the majority of the paving's done, so it's going to be like sanding, soiling, graveling, just those finishing snaggy bits the next couple of days. So it might be difficult filming, depending. It's quite, you know, you guys don't want to see us cutting little cuts in and so on. I'll show you how we do a couple and so on, but it's yeah, it's not the most interesting of subjects. However, the show must go on. So yeah, I'll hop out the van in a second. I'm here early as usual. I don't know what, do you know what? As soon as I'm ready, I have to leave the house. I can't be ready. I'd rather get to work and sit in the van for 30 minutes and sit at home for 30 minutes, if that makes sense. Partly due to traffic, it's easier to get here earlier. And another thing is, I think it allows me to contemplate a little bit the day. If I've forgotten anything, I sort of think about the jobs that are at hand and, oh, you know, oh God, we need that. I need to order that. Shit, I haven't done that kind of thing. So it allows me to sort things out. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop boring you guys to death. Wish you the best day, and we'll go up out the van and have a look around the job. So yesterday it was red hot and we all applied sun cream, but we'd like you guys at home to see if you can spot the area on Foldsy's body where he forgot. So just give us a little spin, Foldsy. I'm not sure the light's that, but oh, stop. Oh. Come back a bit. Stop there.
Yeah, it's not that.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is England, however, you should always apply sun cream. Technically, that's probably our fault for not putting on his back, innit?
Can't reach your back, can you?
I imagine quite a lot of viewers would like us to rub sun cream into each other. There's a lot of middle-aged men out there who seem to like that kind of thing.
You know what your problem is? You shaved your back here. That would have saved it.
Yeah, you could have combed that over there.
Look at his front bum. Show the people what they saw.
Boss man.
It was
I'll show you that one on YouTube.
A retro rug on his chest. Look, what were they called? Pile rug. Got a little pile rug.
Call it a real man.
Yes, you are a real man, Foldsy.
It's like old pornos. It's that dairy.
VHS.
That's what you belong on. You should film your life with VHS. You look alright.
Okay, so this is our progress so far. We're near enough all cutting and complete. Just got the manhole to work out and this border down here. There's quite a high collar on a pipe here, so we're gonna have to cut the blocks in half and cement them on top. Otherwise it means taking all the drains out and so on. But yeah, bar the mess at the minute because we're having to store materials and tools in the planters. You can sort of get an idea of what's going on now. A few little piddly cuts we're having to mess around with, just how it's worked out. But it's getting there. Got all the DPCs all in the planters ready to go, so we're going to start backfilling this tomorrow. I've got like 8 ton outside as I showed you. Like I say, once it's all clean, whackered, you know how it goes, guys. When you see it all complete, it'll be a different thing 2 days from now, tomorrow afternoon. Get the turf in so it'll lighten up the whole area. When these are all planted up, obviously we won't see that. It's a shame really, we never get to sort of see the completion, but once it's, imagine 6 months from now and this is all planted up and the lawns in, everything else will look great. But all that is going to look fantastic anyway. So it's going to nip to MKM now and fetch some of this black ice gravel for in the planters. Quite a nice colour that matches the paving. And the boys are going to start finishing the little cuts and doing the manhole and so on. And there you go. Good morning everybody, it's Thursday morning and we are nearing completion. All the block work's in, everything's in now. A few little snags to sort out. You can see, look. So I'm going to jump on the whacker in a minute and give it all a whacker. And then we shall, bet you'll have got motion sickness watching that. And then we shall, yeah, get the planters filled with soil. Plenty to be getting on with. Yeah, soil the planters up. Sand, whacker, gravel. hopefully the turf, I'd like to do the turf today, it depends how much time we've got. I say these things aren't going to take long, but they end up taking longer than you think, especially if the weather's warm. Yeah, ready to rock and roll really, so yeah, we'll get through the time lapse, get this whackered. Absolutely gutted. I whacked the whole thing and I forgot to press the button on the record for the time lapse. So I had to do another zizz around quick to show you guys the time lapse because I've done it so many times now, it's so annoying. You do something for like an hour, like lay your driveway, and then you'll realise you've not pressed the record button, fuming. But anyway, as you've seen, we just gave it a once over the whacker. I say once over, about 8 times. And yeah, boys are bringing a soil in, aren't the folds there? All 8 ton of it. It's going to take about 2 hours, 3 hours, up and down, up and down. I'm just going to start brushing this sand in now, make myself busy, get something done, and mark all the little chip blocks and snag ones to be changed. And yeah, we'll go from there. However, like I say, we are nearing completion, aren't we, Foldsy? Are you looking at me for sympathy? Can't you lift that on your own? No, you didn't. Probably stronger now than you ever was. Turned you into a man! About a week ago,
Tune.
It's a fair bit, isn't it? Could hide the Titanic in there. Woo! Soul destroying, boys. Isn't it?
Killer, isn't it? It is.
Especially in the hot sun. Okay, so we're finally making some ground. First plant is in and complete. Pass all in and whackered, brushed in. Just finishing up this planter now. Like I say, there's a hell of a lot of soil going in here. So I think there's about 2 ton left. But it's getting there. We'll start getting all the tools out after that's done. Get this turf installed, some gravel going around the back of the garage, all the way around the back. We're nearly there. Blinding day, red hot. Slows you down a little bit, makes you feel a bit lethargic. Keep them fluids up. But it's definitely starting to look like a job or a garden. Okay, so as you've just seen, we've just screeded and now we're just floating up grano. I'm about to install the new artificial turf on top. This is where Chris could potentially spring to life like a ninja. Like a ninja. He'll jump into action at any minute. With his stealth and speed, we'll have this laid in no time. So there you have it, the artificial turf is now installed correctly. Level. It's been screeded. You could play bowls on that, couldn't you?
Yeah, nonce.
I like playing bowls.
Exactly, point proven.
You can't just go casting aspersions like
Oh,
that.
I can.
You can't.
That's what we do on the.
What? Because people play bowls is nonsense.
Yes. Check the hard drives.
People who eat sliced tomatoes on certain foods are.
Yeah, they are as well.
Where's originals?
Yeah,
What was it?
Where's the bad boy?
Bagel McMuffins.
Radishes.
Radishes.
Radishes. If you eat a radish.
If you eat radishes on a salad, you're a nonce. What do you think's a nonce food, Bert?
Bagels.
Bagel.
That's got to stay bagels.
I don't think bagels in general. I think bagels, the bagel McMuffin.
Yes.
That's like going to a kebab house and asking for a kebab with salad in. That's like going to a kebab house and asking for a kebab in 2 slices of bread. You're just messing with. You're messing with beauty.
You go around someone's house and they've got a cocktail stick and on it they've got celery and radishes lined up.
Where's that ever happened to you?
Never.
I was about to say that's just a fantasy. No one's ever had a radish and thingy on the cocktail stick.
But if they do, they're a paedophile.
100%.
Celery's bad boy, mate.
Celery.
I like a bit of celery.
I don't. You know what? I used to hate it, but I don't actually mind.
It's good for the old day. As your father and all.
Hey.
Celery, known. Proven fat meat. Can't believe it. We've just hit 10,000 subscribers. Absolutely amazing. Right, boys. 10,000 subs. I'm going to have a little bit of this. I'm not a big fan of the old fizzy whizzer. How much do you have, like off bottle each? Then women drink off bottle each, don't they? Start trying to fight each other. That's enough, isn't it?
Wait. You have to interlink.
I don't think it's
I went to
possible.
Allman.
I don't know.
You get to put in that.
It's not really.
Are you meant to drink that?
I don't know. Just do it at one. Ready?
Right,
3, 2,
here's to
1.
10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, we
Cheers,
appreciate
guys.
it. It's supposed to next, alright. That's alright.
You got neck do.
What's it?
I neck it on.
Foldsy, don't pretend you're scared of it. I like the fact we're still drinking on.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get a proper man.
Let's get a proper man's drink.
If you're watching Madry, we'd like sponsoring.
Yeah.
Madry,
I wish.
best beer.
It is the best beer.
You've not tried it yet, have you? The
Is
best
this
beer.
one you were on about the other day?
Yeah.
Better on draft. Just put that as it.
So like after
That's quite nice, you know. Quite easy to drink, isn't it?
You have to wash the prosecco down.
Can't beat Madrid, man.
Can I just say,
Hot day.
nice hot day, cold beer. Beautiful back garden, guys. In the beautiful settings.
It's like the fizz.
Nate Tun planter.
The fizz ratio is good on it. It's not got.
Yeah.
It's not like one of them dead fizzy beers.
Yeah, it's good. So anyway, yeah, we were saying we started this just over 6 months ago, probably about 7-8 months in now, maybe longer now, 8 months. But anyway, the goal was to get 10,000 subscribers in a year, and we've done that in less than a year. So I don't know what to say. Thank you to everyone who's bothered to watch.
Thank you to
for all the
Milwaukee
subs.
for sponsoring us.
Thank you to Milwaukee and other tool
Thank you
companies.
to Madrid.
Thank you to Madrid.
For Madrid, what else? Haribo.
Connell Smack Dealer,
Yeah.
Connell Drug
Haribo.
Dealer. Thank you.
You get to go to Virginia if we ask for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. chuck
Golden
it in.
Virginia as well.
Golden Virginia.
Golden Virginia, if you're watching,
There you go.
we need some of that.
A bit of that.
So,
My protein.
My protein.
my protein.
What else?
Hang on.
That'll do, bro.
There you go.
Haribo, do. Pack of Haribo for you.
So there you go. Anyway, cheers guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Nice one.
Right, we're here, we're on the job. I've just been informed of some sickening, very, very sickening information that we've not been told. This spot right here, where we was informed there was a buried body. Incorrect, there's not one buried body.
No, there wasn't one.
There's 3. There's 3 dogs under here in the same position, and there's one on the front under the tarmac that D and J did. D and J. Tell the people what she saw. It wasn't. Itsy witsy teeny weeny.
Right,
Hello,
itsy.
poker. That bikini. So that's it. The disgusting news has come that they well, they watch this, but I've already said it to them. Serial killers or serial buriers.
Pet cemetery, isn't
It is a pet cemetery. So if anyone else has got a loving pet that they've lost, dog, they might take cats as well. Get it under here. We'll catch you in a bit. We're about done now, aren't we?
Done for the
We're all
weekend.
wrapped up. Job's in. It's looking fantastic. Going to show you some videos of that in a minute. And yeah, on to the next one. Would you like to say anything, Ryan? He's got nothing to say. He's hurt himself. Oh, show the people. He's hit himself with a little. He's got plaster on it, bless him.
It's an instant water.
But he's hit his thumb with rubber mallet and he's split all his thumb open and it's gone black. So he only said 2 swear words, which were good. One was crap and one was golly gosh. Right, stop waffling. This is nearly 2 minutes of crap now. Catch you in a bit.
See ya.
Check this video. Subscribe and like to us. And if you don't, stick it up your mother's backside.